可以吗? Okay, so what is your name and where are you from?
My name is Anastasia. I'm from Uzbekistan, but I'm Russian. Like it's complicated.
Okay, so from Uzbekistan, but
Yeah.
Russian, nationality-wise?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my citizenship is from Uzbekistan.
Okay, cool. So how long have you been in Beijing for?
I think 4 years already. Yeah.
Oh, 4 years. Okay, so that's a while. So has it been at this university the whole time?
Yeah. I changed once. I was studying in Tianjin, then I came back here.
Okay.
So
So,
yeah.
so what do you study?
I'm studying here Chinese, and before in Tianjin I was studying business administration in Chinese. So I skipped it
Okay.
because it was so difficult for me.
Yeah. Okay, so you've learned both Chinese and you've learned English.
First, when I was 7, I learned English. And when I came here, I studied Chinese. So
Okay.
I'm learning Chinese for 3 years already, more than 3 years.
Okay, so English for 7 years, Chinese for over 3 years.
No, English is more than 7 years. I mean, like when I was 7,
Oh,
and
when you
now
were 7,
I'm
okay.
23 years.
Oh, okay,
So,
okay. So English has been a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even from childhood.
So for you, which one do you find more difficult, English or Chinese?
Of course, Chinese.
Yeah.
English we have alphabet, and
Yeah.
in Chinese there is characters. There is more lines which I need to memorize, and in English or in Russian or any alphabet language, it's much easier.
Yeah. So with Chinese, you find the characters to be particularly difficult.
Yeah, in Chinese it's the most important and most difficult for me because I'm not from characters.
Yeah.
Like for example, for Koreans it's easier because they get used to characters. For me,
Yeah.
it's not easy.
Yeah.
The most important and difficult is characters because I
Okay.
cannot just memorize like A, B, C. I need
Yeah,
to
yeah.
learn them.
Yeah. And there's a lot. There's very many. So when you study English or when you study Chinese, what are kind of your main ways of studying? What are the principal ways or methods that you use?
Okay, my methods when I was studying. Okay, let's first Chinese. Chinese I was started here, and a Chinese teacher gave me the way how to study it. First, it was like characters, lines, like 1, 2, 3, like how to understand the strategy, and
Yeah.
and tones also. And with native speaker, it's easier to understand Chinese than I was trying to study Chinese in my country. Because in my country, I think they even gave me the wrong tones because it was
Oh.
not native speaker.
Okay.
So I think till nowadays the tones is also difficult after characters. And
Yeah.
about English, okay, English it's like we have ABC like in Russian alphabet, and for
Right.
me it was like first it was from school, then I had a tutor, home tutoring, like the teacher was coming and she was the one who gave me the plan how to study.
Okay.
First it was like listening to understand small part, then step by step grammar and like that.
Okay. So you had like a teacher at home and stuff.
Yeah. I studied like first I studied in English school, then I also had another
Okay.
teacher.
So if you study on your like own time, like not in class, just like when you have time on your own, how do you usually study?
When I have time, I prefer to watch some videos, for example, movie or TV shows, or listening the music. It also helps because by that I can understand not only just word, I can understand how to use this word,
Yeah.
and it's easier than and more interesting than just listening teacher or look at the books.
Yeah, that's very true. It's pretty much like watching movies, TV shows. It's all definitely more interesting than textbooks.
Right.
So for you, so you said with Chinese, like the characters are kind of a hard area. With English, what do you find to be pretty challenging?
Okay, in English it's tenses because
Yeah.
26 tenses, like it's a lot, like passive, active voice, and for example in Russia we don't have that.
Yeah.
And I know that English speaker people they don't use that every day 26, but we need to know that if you want to improve your writing skills,
Yeah.
reading, so it's not just easy to understand past simple and active passive voice, and
Yeah.
sometimes complicated.
Yeah, I've heard from many people who have learned English for a long time, like once they're at already a pretty high level, the thing that stays the hardest is kind of like writing.
Yeah.
And writing like well and like,
Exactly.
in a way that sounds very nice.
Essays, like to write essay, it's not easy.
Yeah. Okay. So, one sec. I have some other questions
Okay.
that are not English related. So, can you read these? So these are like some other questions I could ask you. Whichever one you think is interesting, I can ask you.
Ah, okay.
It's just like some bonus questions. 我这个问完了之后，我就好，谢谢。Aquafina.
I think any question is okay for me.
Any of them?
This one, the six, which places I went in Beijing.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually a typo. It should be 去过最有趣的地方.
Oh, like Zhongguo, not only Beijing.
It
Oh,
can
you-
be. You want to do all of China, or you want me to ask Beijing?
Let me think.
What do you
first.
think?
Which actually the most.
Well, I could ask you both. I
Okay,
could
you
ask-
can
okay.
ask me what.
Okay, I'll ask you first Beijing, and then I'll ask you China. Okay. So, so for another question, what? Because you've been in Beijing for a little while now. What is your favorite place in Beijing?
My favorite place in Beijing, I think I can say it's Fragrance Wall. It's called Xiangshan or something like that. I don't remember. Yeah,
Oh.
Xiang something.
Oh, okay.
It's Fragrance Wall. Yeah.
Where is it in Beijing?
It's I don't remember. It's on the north part, I think. I just remember how to go. I don't remember which side is that.
Oh, okay, okay. That's pretty cool. So, all right, so that's for Beijing. What about all of China? What's
All of
like
China.
what's like a pretty cool place in China that you really like?
Okay, let me think. They have a quote like 上有天地，下有苏杭. I think it's
Oh, yeah,
Hangzhou
yeah.
and Suzhou.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was there during winter time, and even during the winter time, it was good.
Really?
I liked waterfalls and like that.
So Suzhou and Hangzhou.
Yeah, I think that place, and also Shanghai. Shanghai is more western, and it's
Yeah.
very like I think not only me who can be attracted by Shanghai.
Oh, okay, okay. So I have not those three places I have not been to yet.
Oh, really?
I was thinking recently, I should like find a weekend and go because it's weird that I haven't been to Shanghai yet because I've been here for over a year. But Hangzhou and stuff and Suzhou, I haven't been there either.
Yeah, you
So
can use springtime or even autumn. It's good. It's
when's the best time to go?
best time? I think it might be now, autumn, like October, November.
Yeah.
Also March, April till June. I think in June it might be super hot.
Yeah.
Because it's north part, like
Yeah.
Beifang.
So
Oh,
fall.
Nanbang,
Yeah, yeah. So fall and spring are probably the best times.
I
Okay.
think, yeah, it's the best time.
Okay. So you are so you're Russian national
Yeah.
national-wise. Would you be able to teach me a phrase in Russian?
Okay, what kind of phrase you want to know?
I know hello is a привет,
Привет. Yeah.
привет, right?
Do you know how to ask how are you?
No, I do not.
Okay, I can teach you to ask how are you. How means как.
Как?
Твои.
Твои,
Твои means you.
твои.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Твои.
Твои, твои.
Дела.
Дела.
Дела means doing.
Как твои
Дела.
дела. That's hard.
No, it's easy. You just need to practice.
I've considered like learning Russian because to me it's like one of the best sounding languages.
Oh,
Like
really? For me, it's Spanish.
Spanish is one of the second ones. I like Spanish, Japanese, Russian in terms of how they sound, but the pronunciation is just too hard.
You mean Russian, for instance?
Yeah, I've heard from many people the pronunciation is very hard.
Maybe, I don't know, because I'm native speaker. I cannot feel it.
Yeah, that's true. You guys have like the rolling the tongue too, right? Like the
Oh,
like that,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I don't know. I can't really do that either.
it's
Okay.
like work, like really hard.
Yeah. Okay, so for the last thing,
Uh-huh.
they want us to do like something in Chinese. So,
Okay.
uh,
What?
说啥呢？自我介绍。好好。
Okay, so I need to tell about myself in Chinese.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
OK，我的中文名字董欣雅，来自乌兹别克斯坦。我在这里读汉语学院，4年级。有其他的问题吗？